It seems like you really like talking to your opponents during the game. What is it about trash talk that you enjoy so much?
Mostly it's just trying to throw people off of their game. NBA players, they're used to trash talk, so it's not going to make them miss easy shots or anything like that. But if you know how to make them a little angry, then, they might shoot a shot that they should have passed. It's a small thing, but it's effective for me.
Well, what kind of things do you say to throw your opponent off their game?
You have to get creative, Just swearing and screaming about someone's mom isn't going to, do anything but make them mad. And when a player gets mad, sometimes that makes them play better. I try to make them think.
Think? About what?
Okay, I'll give you an example. We may be at the free throw line, and then I'll just say, hey, you paid way too much for your car. And then he's now like, how does he even know what I paid for my car? And did I pay too much for my car? Did my manager get me a bad deal? Do I need a new manager? And then that's when I know that I've won, because now they're not thinking about the game. They're thinking in the clouds.
That's devious.
Listen, it's all in the game, Blair. It's all in the game.
Thanks for joining us in honoring Martin Luther King Day. It's a very special presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. And this is Brian Anderson, along with Grant Hill and Brent Barry. Allie LaForce, our reporter tonight. And a moment to check out who New York has coming up. On Tuesday, they'll take on Ben Simmons and the Brooklyn Nets. And then on Saturday, they'll be matching up against DeMar DeRozan and the Sacramento Kings.
This is a cushy slate coming up. They'll be facing a lot of beatable teams at home. It doesn't get any easier than that in this league.
Now the opening lineup for Atlanta. Johnson at the 4 with Capella at the 5. Bogdanovich and Reza Shea, the wingmen. And it's Bufkin in at the point guard position. And for New York, Bridges and Hart are the 3 and the 4. Then there's Jalen Brunson. Then it's Julius Randle. And it's Jay in at the shooting guard. Grant, it's an honor to be here on Martin Luther King Day in the NBA.
B.A., you're so spot on. I mean, so much time has passed since the 1960s. But Dr. King's efforts ring as true today as they did then. I think he'd be proud of the power that players have in this league right now.
Here we go. And it's the Knicks to start out.
Let's go, Knicks. Wow, already?
Outside
I
Brunson.
got stopped. Come on, JB.
Out left to the wing. Outside for Randle. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Hey, rejected by Capella.
Randle got blocked. All right, Knicks, get back on D.
Here's Reza Shea. He's guarded by Bridges. It's tipped. To the middle. And it's Brunson missing.
What are we doing?
Here's Atlanta with the ball. One place Clint Capella really knows how to throw his weight around is on the glass, Brent.
Yeah, it's been a little while, B.A., since Clint Capella has led the league in
rebounding.
And, of course, that was a little bit different offensive system, but he has the size and the instincts
against
still
Capella?
to go up and get
I'm
the ball off
surprised.
the rim or from lob passes to be effective
There
inside.
we go.
That was execution to perfection.
Our team did that all by themselves.
Transition offense.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Now here's Johnson, a reliable offensive contributor, putting up almost 14 a game.
Yeah, get used to seeing that. Reza Shea will be nailing threes for many years to come.
Jay takes it up with both hands and rips it
I'm not
down.
playing.
Just an
My
incredible
first point is
display
a
of
dunk.
power. He attacked
Now that's
the rim
rare.
with both hands.
Most definitely. That was a thunder
Now hold on,
dunk.
wait a minute.
Wow. Now here's
Kobe
Bogdanovich.
Bufkin is playing.
A
Where is
valuable
Trae
part of their
Young?
offense, averaging a little more than 16 a game. And that
Is
was
he injured
good.
or something?
Probing and looking and finding ways. Bogdanovich
Maybe.
really in attack mode here tonight.
Here's Jay. And he
Another
slams
dunk.
it in one-handed.
Hold up, I'm feeling lucky right
You
now.
have to make him work harder than this, or it's going to be a long night.
And Allie LaForce spoke with Tom Thibodeau. Allie.
He was talking about unsung contributions, particularly those from Clint Capella. He cited the hard screens,
Have to stay
the
on
rebounding,
defense with
the willingness to get
Bogdanovich.
his hands dirty. This is
kinda
a guy who
fast.
never complains. He just puts his hard hat on and he goes to work. Brian?
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. And New York has possession. The Hawks getting their last shot to go. And that
Ooh,
one's
nice
good.
layup.
It just feels like every year Brunson has sharpened his skills as a passer and playmaker, knowing that at his position, he's got to move it around.
Pass to Rizachet. Outside Johnson.
Come on, lock him up.
Bogdanovich from long range. Hart pulls it in.
Come on,
Yeah,
Hart.
the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Over the
8
last
straight
few
points?
years, Atlanta struggled.
I haven't
defensively,
missed
Brent.
yet.
Yeah, the Hawks haven't been better than
Normally,
20th
my games
in
don't start off that
defensive
way.
rating since 2017. They've had some great offensive teams during that time, but their defense has held them back.
Come on,
Bogdanovich,
Josh.
That's good.
Man, he's got that
He need to
touch working
speed up with
tonight, shooting the ball
Bogdanovich.
very well to start this one.
Here's Jay. And a
Oh,
foul
almost
call
had
on the
that and
layup.
one.
So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
First personal foul.
And Brent, this Knicks team, they've taken on the identity of their head coach.
Well, BA, isn't it interesting? Tom Thibodeau, lots of scuttlebutt about him as the coach. And then they brought in players that kind of fit the coach. They play hard, they play defense first, they play a ton of minutes, but this team is gritty and they don't give up.
And the first one at the line is good. When the Knicks are having a good season, it is amazing
Larry
how
Nance
excited their
Jr.
fans get, Brent.
Well, it's been generations, BA, that have been
surprised he's still
salivating
playing.
for this franchise to get back to its winning ways. The last championship came in 1973, so as a fan, you can't help but get fired up when there's a chance at a title run.
So he gets them both. And you look at the history of the Hawks, Brent, they've won 1 NBA championship. That was back in 1958.
All right, come on, baby.
Yeah, BA, tough for people in Atlanta to
Yo,
even
Matthew's looking
recognize
like,
that because their team
J.J.
wasn't
Redick
there
right now.
in 58. They were in St. Louis, and they were led by the great Bob Pettit, who was one of the first really impressive, agile
Achua.
big man of his era.
You gonna let Nance
pretty
Jr.
when Larry
do this
Nance
to you?
Jr., even at his size, gets a chance to glide.
Ooh, a great
Get your
look there.
ass up.
Brought to you by the AT&T
Her name
5G
Precious.
Slam Cam. The Knicks have gotten 5 of 7 shots to fall. To the left side wing. Zeller
Come on,
with a
Deuce.
screen on Hunter. A nice shot.
There
by
we go.
McBride.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Now here's Hunter. His last outing, he had 18 points. And he's going for the lob.
Oh,
it's stolen
man,
by
the Hawks
Zeller.
about to get disrespectful
Here we
on
go,
us.
all alone. Here's Jay.
Oh,
A
my
rebound by
God.
Atlanta. Last time they met in Atlanta.
I was wide
Today's game
open.
is about effort and energy. They got crushed on the glass the last time these teams played.
Well, let's see if the lesson was learned from that loss. If they come out with the same type of effort, they can expect a similar result here.
Now here's Nance. He's been productive, averaging just over 7
Yo, I thought
points
we
a
had
game.
the ball back. You see me
Matthews misses.
running?
To the left wing. Here's Jay. Oh, they get a hand on it.
What the
quarter in
hell
books.
happened?
And it's been a close one. New York out in
Well,
front, leading by 3.
that was a pretty
And the
good
second
first quarter for
about
me.
to get started. We'll be back in a moment.
Man, that dunk was vicious by Nance Jr.
And proud to have you with us on Martin.
All right, how we looking? All right, not bad.
Ends up going with a whole new group. A big group substitution here for Atlanta.
Your
Capella,
time.
he's checked in for Okongwu. Johnson comes in for Nance. Bogdanovich has checked in for Hunter, and it's Bufkin in for Roddy.
Who got ball? Okay, we do.
Knicks leading by 6. And the Hawks looking at who they've got. Ricochet and Johnson, they're the forwards. Then there's Bogdan Bogdanovich.
I got blocked?
Then it's Clint Capella, and it's Bufkin in at the 1. A moment to
Okay,
hear from Allie
Bogdanovich.
LaForce.
Well,
see
Jay
you.
in the last matchup against the Timberwolves was outstanding. He contributed 42
Josh.
points, and he was in the zone offensively. There was nothing
better
the
do
team
better.
could do to stop him. A reminder of the amazing things that he's capable of on any given night. It'll be hard to match that tonight, but
Man, he almost blocked me again.
All right, Alec, thanks
Saw
for the
that?
update. It'll be interesting to see if he can heat up once again tonight, Gramps.
Yeah, you know he wants to do exactly this, BA. Just needs to continue to play with the same fire and energy.
And you want to see him make sure that the teammates are
Yo, I'm
also
getting to him
involved
too
in what they're
late.
doing, especially if he draws that much attention.
Hey, he's doing whatever he can right now to pump up his teammates.
Well, Brent, this is the 8th season for Bogdan Bogdanovich. He's as steady as a metronome, man.
I do
I
not
think
like my
BA, I
squad
don't
right
think
now.
guys appreciate him as much as they should in that off-guard position. He is gritty and competitive.
All right,
He can
I'm gonna
shoot
have to
the
start
ball.
making
He's
shots.
willing to take big shots, and I love the pace and competitiveness he plays with.
Here's Bufkin. He's scoreless.
I
And
cannot
it's
guard Capella.
with the jam.
And that's where you want to feed Clint Capella deep down on the interior part of the paint. Let him power through.
Let's
Chalked
go.
up 2 there.
Adds to their lead. They've been able to rely on him all night.
Hawks trail by 3. Here's Bufkin. Checking his stats.
Yo,
He's
stop
scoring
Kobe.
around 9.5 points per game. The 3 from Ricochet. It's rebounded by New York. And this team is in a fantastic rhythm right now. They've won 17 straight games.
I mean, it's been a lot of fun to watch these guys and how much
I
they're
was trying to
enjoying
take it to the
every
hole.
team they face.
But
is
Capella?
trying to end this
He ain't
big
gonna allow
run.
that.
I've been on both sides of a game like tonight's, and I'll tell you what, it's tough to keep up a streak. Gotta love the pressure.
Shoot 2.
Why was I looking to the side for? All right, come on, baby.
That free throw misses.
Yeah, they're really cashing in more at the line here in the second quarter.
And he sinks the second. Hawks trail by 4.
The smart play. Wait and take the final shot.
Yeah, every second right now is valuable to you.
All right,
That should
what's
be
gonna
their
happen?
strategy.
Here's Bogdanovich. An easy 2
Yo.
on the layup. Bogdanovich has got 22.
Yeah, he
Credit
going
their
off.
discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Here's Jay. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
Let's go.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
Yeah, the coach pretty smart for zoning in on him and
Bogdanovich,
giving
he's
him
playing good so
opportunities
far.
to stay with that confident play.
And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. Knicks out in front. They're up by 4. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
Howdy, folks. I know you've all been clamoring to find out how the Rookie of the Year race is looking, and we are not letting you down.
We know the draft's an inexact science, even with all that prep that goes into it. So congrats to the teams that chose these 5 rookies.
Yeah, we've seen scouting make or break a franchise. Hey, it makes or breaks a studio team. And focusing back in on the Hawks, they're in a tight one.
They're playing too casual, not being aggressive, not getting to the line. They're doing some other things well, but not that.
You know what I'm looking at? Free throw disparity. That's a difference in the game. Appreciate you joining us. It's been our distinct pleasure, and I mean that. Let's now take you back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
And thanks for staying with us, folks, for our MLK Day broadcast of NBA action. Boy, Bogdan Bogdanović really making a difference here.
He's been on the attack, playing hard and going right to the rim.
Nice job of carving his way to the inside with some ease. Not much resistance out there.
Well, Grant, you were an excellent defender in your day. So who was the toughest player you had to guard?
Well, there were so many great players. Michael, LeBron. But let's talk about the late, great Kobe Bryant. I mean, he really had no weaknesses. And even if you defended him perfectly, there's a good chance he can still make the shot.
Bridges and Hart are the 3 and the 4. Then it's Julius Randle.
I'm about to activate this skill.
And it's Jay in at the 2.
Let's see what happens.
So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. Jay, the pass to Hart.
Don't rush it, Josh. Don't rush it.
Pass to Randle.
Come on, somebody stay
Shoots
open.
over Capella. Randle can't hit.
Yeah, better than giving up the layup. You want to go in there and use the hard foul. They did it there. That's aggressive attitude defensively.
Here's Bufkin.
Get it.
A chance there to take the lead, but a miss. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, Jalen Johnson is developing the complete game. He said, I watch the guys who do everything. That's my mindset. I want to be at least solid in every department and then keep building on that, adding bits and pieces here and there. Brian, his versatility is already drawing attention.
Right, lock in.
Yeah, there's no question about that, Allie. Thank you.
You only up by 3.
It's hard to believe now, but Julius Randle has been in the league over a decade now, Brett.
Yeah, it's been an interesting ride for Julius Randle. A lot of different roles, but he's evolved his game quite a bit. Some he's done himself, and then guys have adjusted around the way that he has been a leader, a scorer, a rebounder, a presence. Julius Randle continues to impress and make strides.
Oh, you better make that, Bridges.
And now
You was wide open, all by yourself.
Coming from the paint.
Atlanta's gone 2 of 3 from outside so far in the third quarter. Outside Johnson. Pass to Bogdanović.
Uh-oh. This guy's a problem right here. Look at this. He got me jumping.
5 to shoot. Randle pulls
Yes, he
down
missed.
the board.
Come on.
New York has gotten
Move.
5 of their 9 attempts from deep to go. Here's Jay going inside. Pure. That's
I have to make that layup.
9 on 12 tries.
Love to see that
I haven't even shot the ball yet.
He just makes things happen.
Here's Bufkin. Hook it off the crossover.
Yo,
What an
Hawks is
incredible
they
ankle
giving
breaker
us
to
a
help
game.
create space for a shot.
The Knicks have gotten 3
Even
or 4
without
shots to
Trae
fall
Young?
so far in the third. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter. Outside
I'm about to
Brunson.
dribble out of bounds.
Here's Jay, defended by Bogdanović.
Look at that. The first shot that I take it, I miss.
That's probably not a good idea. But
That
I
was
guess
a bad
they knew
shot,
what they
though,
were
no
doing
lie.
that time.
Pass to Bufkin. Outside Bogdanović. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. He goes up, throw it down on the breakaway jam.
Envision such a key
I'ma
part
take
of
that,
Brunson's game as the point.
And Gwen Snyder decides to call timeout. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. Achua's checked in for New York. DiVincenzo comes in for Bridges. Nance, he's checked in for the Hawks. Hunter comes in for Bufkin.
All right,
Hawks trail
Knicks,
by
lock
4.
in.
Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Capella, screen on Brunson. Hunter can't get it to go.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Well, Brent, when it comes to the Hawks, they've struggled to find consistency on the defensive end.
No, BA, that's not true. They've been consistently bad on the defensive end.
Damn,
They've been bottom
really?
10 in defense
Slightly
6
late? Are you sure
of the
about
last
that?
7 years. The only exception was the year that they made it to the conference finals. So
Come on,
it's just not
DeAndre.
going to cut it. You got to play both ends.
Here's Rizachet.
Oh, man, Dante too small for
The kick
Capella.
out to Johnson. Screen by Capella. Rizachet. Atlanta
Get up.
again missing. New York leading by 4. Here's Jay. Here's Brunson. Pass to Achua. Here's Jay. Goes back up.
No foul. Yo!
Outside Johnson. Hunter up top.
Come on, Josh. Stay on him.
No made baskets yet. Screen by Capella. The 3 from Rizashay. And he gets it back.
Oh, they got it back?
Second shot opportunity. Capella can't get it to go. 2-for-1 opportunity here.
Hey, if I'm in their shoes, I go for it.
Jay, the pass to Randall.
Move, Brunson.
Here's Jay. 23 points in the game. Brunson up top. Randall on the screen. Jacks up a 3. Brunson from way
Let's
downtown.
go.
Man, that one's deep, showing you
Man, we need that
Brunson's got
shot.
some confidence in the stroke here.
Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Outside Johnson.
Come on, play defense. Dante, you about to lose them.
Outside Hunter to get back on track. And Clint Capella picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
What a
These teams
shot.
are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to
They
find
doing
out
this
who
without
can make the
Trae
deepest
Young.
threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
And Bogdanovich is not even on the floor yet. Oh, we in trouble.
Shots continuing to fall as we conclude.
Yo, we
the
could have had a
third.
better play
Both
than
teams
that.
putting up some points. It's the Knicks. They're up by 4.
All right, the
and
fourth
we're just
quarter,
moments away
that
from
might
the
be
start of quarter
interesting.
number 4. Stay with us.
We're going to see what's going to happen.
All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Talk about painting.
I know
a
it ain't me. I ain't got no
magnificent picture
assists.
with that, Don. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
Oh, they going to rest me for this? All right, we up by 6.
Checked in for the Hawks. Bogdanovich comes in
The
for
Hawks, they
Ryan.
got enough time, man,
Guys,
to do
let's
something.
get your take on the scoring breakdown for the
We got to
Knicks.
maintain this
They've
lead.
been slippery getting into the lane
What happened, Randall
all
got fouled?
game long, putting that help defense to the test.
Well,
All right,
we've
he
also
did.
seen them being very
Come on,
aggressive
Randall, you gotta make these.
down in the paint. All game long, they've been hunting down those inside points.
And the Hawks, looking at who they've got. We've got Bogdan
There we go.
Bogdanovich. DeAndre Hunter is out there with a Kongwu. And it's Roddy in at the shooting guard position.
And yes, there's been growth in Julius Randle and his game year after year, adding little things, but this big man focuses on playing to his strengths.
Bogdanovich, no good.
All right, my
Nice
first rebound.
Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
The kick out to Brunson. Brunson driving. Banked it in off the glass.
And my first
The
assist.
Knicks lead by 9.
Now, guys don't want to guard someone like Jalen Brunson. He just keeps coming.
Outside Bogdanovich. And the layup falls. Bogdanovich has got 30.
Rising to the challenge. He's given them everything he's got.
And that
Wow.
one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Brunson.
JB.
That's tough because that one's preventable. The defense has nothing to
good.
do at all with that turnover.
And a new group getting ready for the Hawks. Clint Capella.
All right,
he's
we
checked
gotta
in
play
for Kongwu.
tight defense.
Johnson comes in for Mamu Kelishvili. Rizashay, he's checked in for Hunter. And it's Bufkin in for Roddy. Now here's Bogdanovich. From deep. And
Go
it's
get
New
it.
York with a rebound. Randall's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Out to Bridges. Outside Hart. Here's Jay. A chance to extend the lead
Really?
to double digits, but it's no good.
I only
Trail
took
by
2
7.
shots, man. I missed them both.
Pass to Bogdanovich.
Put your hands up, Brunson.
And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up. Jalen Brunson picks one up.
Staying aggressive, stay on the attack. That's how Bogdanovich is going to earn these whistles.
Shoot two.
And that one falls for Bogdanovich.
Well, Bogdanovich does those things that go underappreciated on the stat sheet, but much appreciated by the coaching staff. Such a valuable player.
Come on, miss. Miss.
He's perfect from the line this time.
Now you can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
Pass to Hart. Here's Jay. The kick out to Brunson. Just 5 on the clock. Floats one. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
Nice move, Brunson.
Foul charge to Bogdanovich. That's his first personal. Second team foul. Jalen Brunson at the line. One shot.
And that one misses.
How about JB? Jalen Brunson.
Are you serious?
That free agent move in 2022, really raising the level of his play.
And once again, off the mark by Atlanta. Knicks leading by 7. Shot from the low post is good. Jay's got 25 points. Atlanta's
Come on,
gone
Knicks,
1
lock
for
in.
5 shooting from the arc here in the 4th.
Damn, I lost him
Lays it
again.
up and banks it in.
And you might very well see some more parts of
Bogdanovich, man, he ain't
Bogdanovich's
playing.
game with a night like this.
No fouls,
New
baby,
York
no
has got
fouls.
7 of their 16 three-point attempts to go in. Pass to Jay. The rebound by Bogdanovich. Hawks
Come
trail
on,
by
Josh.
7.
It all comes down to this possession. They
No
must get
fouls.
points.
Now, you can't make any mistakes right here if you want to
Stay
keep
on 'em,
hope
stay on
alive.
'em.
Their execution has to be precise.
I was on him. At least that was
And
better
Brunson's
defense
got
than the
ball
last.
here for the Knicks. 51 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Here's Jay. It's rebounded
Look at
by
that ugly
Ricochet.
ass shot.
Here's Atlanta with the ball. Fires for 3. Unable to get that one.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts, but otherwise the
gonna take
mindset
that.
is I just got to get the next one to go, and you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
Number 7 at the line. 2 shots.
Man, I haven't really made a jump shot or 3 all game. I only attempted a few times. All my points were really layups and dunks. And a couple of free throws too.
He gets the first, and that stretches their lead to 8.
I'm struggling my shot in this game.
Second one is good. Getting
Not
both
the
at the line.
prettiest of
And
free
it's a
throws,
9-point
but hey,
game here.
it went in.
Breathe easy now. The biggest free throws in the game, and he's coming through.
Stay on him, stay
Here's
on him.
Bogdanovich. Atlanta gets it back. Tries yet again. No good on the layup.
Come on, let's go.
And they've been moving the ball really well tonight.
Good things come to those who take good shots.
And that one's good. Jay.
Another layup that I made.
Knicks lead 77-66.
And so it's the Knicks taking care of business in this one. Even early on in this game, they appeared
I'm not
happy
gonna
to be
lie,
playing at
Atlanta
home.
Hawks,
And it makes a
they played a
huge
good game
difference.
against us.
Once they started to get into a
But we
groove,
pulled the win
you
at the
never really
end.
felt like they wouldn't come out on top.
Good game,
And
fellas.
that'll do it, folks. For Brent Barry, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching this 2K Sports presentation of the NBA. We'll see you next time.
All right, I'm going to end the gameplay right here. I hope you enjoyed this video and you can catch me on the next one. I'll see you when I see you. Your boy is out. Peace.